Hello everyone, it is I, Mike V. How are you all doing today? Hope you're having a wonderful day so far. And before we begin the video, I just want to welcome everyone in the past week who has subscribed to the channel. I definitely appreciate it. Welcome to the club. Glad you could join. And for those of you who have wondered, since this has been the first week of you guys joining the channel, you may notice that I've been doing a lot of my recordings in the car. I do want to tell you guys what the context of that is. So every morning, almost every morning, I would grab some breakfast and then head over to the park to take a 1 hour brisk walk. This is my daily exercise routine, and it has helped me lose anywhere between 35 and 40 pounds over less than a year, and I still do it on a regular basis to keep myself from gaining the weight back, plus changes to my diet. It has worked really well for me. Definitely would recommend it, especially if you are not that active normally on a daily basis. So it definitely helps. It has helped me. But let's go ahead and get started with the topic of today's video, and that is Las Vegas. Yep, Viva Las Vegas. We're going to be discussing that today, and we're going to answer the question, is gambling in Las Vegas overrated? Shall we begin? Okay, so now we live in the world where you can gamble in pretty much any locale, especially here within the US. There's going to be a casino probably close by to where you live. So what's so special about going to Vegas to gamble these days? So we're going to discuss a few items here. I have a list here below that I might be looking down at that I've written down. A few items where some people say are the reasons why gambling in Vegas may be overrated and not recommended anymore. So I'm going to go through each one of these, and then at the end of the video, I will give you guys my personal thoughts. All right, so the first item here on my list is that, and by the way, I am specifically discussing the Strip. We're going to be focusing primarily on the Las Vegas Strip. That's where most tourists stay at anyway, but I'll go through off-strip locales near the end of the video. So the first item on my list here is fewer comps. Casinos are giving everyone fewer comps than even just a couple of years ago or 5 years ago, for example. And two of the stories that come up for the reason is, one was the recent MGM Grand hack late last year, and the other was a reason given that I've heard is that people are coming to Vegas anyway, so we don't need to incentivize them at all with any comps or with fewer comps. So that's one of the things I've heard, is that there are fewer comps for more people these days. So that's one of the reasons why some people might think gambling in Vegas is now overrated. The second reason, another big one, is that you have to pay to park at most of the casinos on the Strip. This will probably not be an issue if you're flying in, but for those especially in Southern California who might make a weekend trip to Vegas, parking is something that you're going to have to deal with, and paying to park is just another added expense that used to not exist not even long ago. The third item is not necessarily gambling related, but rather it's there's fewer deals on eating, and the food's more expensive. Now, since you're going to be staying on the Strip, you're most likely going to be eating on the Strip, so I decided to put this item here as well. So you'll notice that eating is going to be more expensive. If you're at a food court, the items are expensive. And if you're at the buffets are more expensive. Though the food is going to be good if that's not an issue for you. You know, the cost of the food. The food is good. There are lots of restaurant choices there, so that may not be an issue for some of you guys. But I do want to mention that. The next one is the high minimum bets on table games. So if you want to play blackjack, if you want to play roulette, if you want to play, any type of table game with an actual dealer, Minimum bets pretty much don't go below $25 even on weekdays. At least that's what I've seen when I previously visited. It's a lot more expensive, and yeah, there are electronic table games that have lower limits, but the experience is just not the same. But yeah, so that's one thing I've noticed as well, and it goes hand in hand with the next item here that on this list, and that the table game rules are bad or worse compared to, say, maybe your local tribal casino. 6 to 5 payouts on blackjack, 000 roulette. Those are examples right there. When you can get a much more competitive game, probably at a more local tribal casino in your state. I could certainly confirm that with some of the local casinos I've been to. And finally, the last one. This is for the video poker crowd, and that is bad video poker pay tables on the Strip. In my most recent live stream, someone mentioned that it's nearly impossible to find 9-6 jacks or better on the Strip, even at high limits as well. If you're gonna, yeah, and I've noticed, I've scrolled down through VP Free too. If you go to whatchamacallit, if you look at the list of casinos, you'll notice that for the Strip casinos, single hand video poker, the best you'll probably find is bonus poker, and the starting denomination is going to be at least $10 denomination. So unless you're a high limit player, you're not going to find good pay table video poker on the Strip. So those are the 5 items. Fewer comps, you have to pay to park, food's more expensive, high minimum bets on table games, the bad table game rules, and bad video poker pay tables. There are probably a lot more that I could mention here. But now let me give you guys my take. Let me give you guys what my opinion is. So, is gambling in Las Vegas overrated, based on what I've mentioned? For the Strip, there's the argument right there. I would agree. However, off the Strip, I don't think so. And if you want to gamble, maybe going off the Strip might be the best choice. You could go either to any of the locals casinos, either the ones by stations or the other ones, or downtown I would have some good deals. Or if you are on the Strip, I've noticed that the Slots of Fun was recently renovated with a bunch of with the return of quite a few coin slots. So that would be a very inexpensive way to gamble and a slow way. So that would be an option if you're on the Strip. But other than that, if you let me go through the list again, and I'll give you guys what my opinion is for off-Strip locations or locals casinos. So for the comps, I don't have a definitive answer on that, if the comps are better or not. I think it depends on the casino. Paying the park, nope. Parking's free. Parking's free outside the Strip, definitely. Deals on eating, there are. The buffets are cheaper, and the foods, I would assume, overall is cheaper. If you're looking for a deal on food, yeah, most likely you're gonna have to go to one of those casinos off the Strip. Table game stakes, definitely affordable. You can probably find $10 minimums, maybe lower, but I don't know. It's been a while since I've last looked at the minimum bets at blackjack. Table game rules, you'll find 3 to 2 blackjack at the locals casinos. And even outside of Vegas, one of my Northern California locations I frequent, all the blackjack tables are 3 to 2, and at reasonable limits too. And last one, video poker pay tables. You'll find full pay games all off the Strip. Not So Ugly Deuces, full pay jacks are better. Even 10-7 double bonus on several of the station casinos. All right, so that will be it. But, oh wait, one more thing I did mention as well on my notes is, despite the fact that I think the Strip is overrated for gambling, and you can get better deals and better games outside the Strip, one thing the Strip has going for it is entertainment. That's the one a good thing about the Strip is entertainment. You could find all sorts of shows and other activities at any price point too. That's one of the strong points there of the Strip. Also a good place for conventions as well. And if you are a poker player, the poker rooms on the Strip are probably going to be much better than off the Strip. Unless you're coming from a place like California, especially Southern California, which has a lot of big card rooms that are as comparable to the poker rooms on the Strip. But if you're a poker player, definitely the Strip is much better to play at. And of course, the World Series of Poker every summer is held on the Strip at Paris and Horseshoe. So yeah, so that would be one exception right there. If you're a poker player, definitely the Strip is a good place to play. And yeah, and entertainment as well. And even walking the Strip, you know, that's a form of entertainment. People watching, window shopping, you know, just walking and enjoying the atmosphere. That's actually something I'd actually look forward to whenever I visit Vegas. You know, just looking at the scenery, you know, it's free. You don't have to do anything. You're not losing money at the casino. So we're going to go ahead and end it off here. I want to hear what your thoughts are. Do you think gambling in Vegas is overrated? Put it in the comment section, or am I completely wrong, or am I BSing you and you think it's actually an experience that is much better than maybe where you live? I want to hear the conversation. Put it in the comment section. If you enjoyed the video, I want you to do me a favor and give this video a thumbs up. If you're brand new to the channel, be sure to subscribe. I do these kind of videos regularly, especially lessons on video poker. If that is something that you enjoy, definitely subscribe. Share the video with others and hit the bell icon to be notified once I release a brand new video. So we're going to go ahead and end off here. Thank you very much. Have a great rest of your day and a wonderful weekend. And go make it happen.